welcome to, or welcome back to Books and Crannies.
A book lovers podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm Danielle.
I'm Sarah.
Yeah, dude. And, how's everyone doing?
Yeah, how's your
day?
How was your freaking week?
How's your week? What'd you
We
get up
missed
to?
ya.
We missed you lots. Oh, my gosh.
We had a fun week.
We
went to the
did.
Renaissance Festival.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my gosh.
We lived out our fantasy reads in real life.
Yeah.
We got to see freaking royalty.
Yeah,
they
we
did a parade.
Horses.
There was a whipper.
We saw a freaking unicorn.
We sure did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you jealous? You should be.
Come on.
Come on. Other than that, though, we just been chilling. That was weird. I'm sorry.
I didn't like it.
I went to a pool.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
I worked.
Yeah.
I worked a lot.
I took care of my kid.
I was like trying to make up hours for the whole week of work I missed when I had COVID.
The Rona.
Rude.
For the 50th time in the lifetime of you. That was a weird way to say that.
That sure was.
It was good.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anywho.
Guys, we're finishing up Shatter Me today.
Yeah, we are.
Chapters 26 through 50. Well, through the
Through the
epilogue.
end.
And that's a good
It
one.
was so good.
It was really good.
I really liked this book.
Yeah, it was
but
fun.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we're not there yet. God, quit jumping
Settle
the gun.
down.
Oh my gosh. But
anyways, I think we should just dive right in.
You want to dive right
grab
in?
a frickin' snack.
And a drink.
And do your favorite dance.
Do a dance while wrapped in your favorite blankie.
Yep.
You forgot about the blankie.
I did forget
That's
about the
important.
I'm sorry.
Come on. You could dance in your slippers.
You could.
You
could dance buck naked if you want.
Sure.
No one's looking.
No, they're hopefully not.
Yeah, hopefully. Or maybe they are. Maybe that's your intention. I don't know.
You could get some of those slippers that are also mops and clean your floor.
There you go.
Hey!
Yeah.
Put a mop jumpsuit on your baby.
Or get an adult-sized mop jumpsuit and wiggle around the floor like a worm.
Can you imagine? You walk home and you walk into your home and your partner or your friend, maybe your dog, Dobby perhaps, is wiggling around on the floor in a mop suit.
My dog is Dobby. We're not talking about the house elf.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know.
Clarification.
Yeah.
Or it's your mom.
Yikes.
Anyway, let's do it. So
yeah, let's get right in.
Okay.
All right, settle down.
You need to settle down.
I'm settled.
You are not. You just suppressed a giggle.
You are literally giggling.
Anyway, so last week,
Yeah,
we stopped
we did.
where, yeah, we stopped where Juliette,
Yeah,
not Violet,
Juliette,
was just forced to essentially
torture a child.
a toddler.
Yeah,
And sorry, I slapped my thigh. I'm wearing shorts.
aggressive.
And she busted through a freaking concrete wall.
Yeah.
And like pinned Warner against the wall. It was like, I'm gonna freaking kill you,
I'm
bro.
gonna get you,
And he was
dude.
like, oh, that was amazing.
Yeah.
She's like, curses.
Ah, shoot.
Curses on you and your family. She didn't say that. I'm ad-libbing.
Yeah.
So that's what we're picking up.
Yeah.
What happens after that?
Yeah.
So she's in a room.
She is.
Distraught.
Uh-huh.
Messed the F
She's
up.
like, what the hell just happened?
Oh my god. One, how the heck did I Hulk smash my way through a concrete wall?
Juliette, smash!
And two, Warner is a sadistic, freaking
Evil.
psychopath, evil motherfucker.
Yeah,
He's making me
dude.
torture children.
That's not
And
okay.
I'm stuck.
Stuck.
And good old Adam comes.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I just heard. I'm so sorry. Oh my god.
Are you okay, baby? I love you.
God, I think they get in the shower again. She's like sobbing in the shower. He
Yeah.
lifts her into the shower,
Mm-hmm.
and he's trying to hug her, and she's like kind of resisting because she's all messed up. But
Yeah.
he gets her to snuggle into him,
Mm-hmm.
and then they're ripping at each other's clothes.
They're getting
It gets
hot
a
and
little
heavy.
hot and heavy.
Yeah.
She's like, "Take this off. I want to see your bird, baby."
It sounds dirty, but it's not.
He has a bird tattoo.
Tattoo. Yeah.
But he calms her down some, and they like move out of the bathroom, and he's got to go check on something, and comes back after she's dressed, and they like get on the bed and are getting frisky a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
They want to.
Saucy.
And he's always like, I can't help myself, and she's like, I never told you to stop, baby. It's okay. But then alarms. Ding, ding, ding.
There's emergency. A freaking breach.
A breach.
All the soldiers gotta come.
You gotta report, soldiers. Go, go, go. Gotta go.
Gotta go.
And so Adam's like, I don't know what to do with you. I can't just leave you alone.
I can't just leave you here. What if it's an actual breach?
Oh my god.
This isn't a drill. Oh my god.
Yeah. And he's standing there like considering whether or not he's going to leave.
Yeah.
When Farkin Warner shows up.
Farkin Warner.
I hate that guy.
I really hate him.
I hate that guy.
And he like sees that, I feel like, sees that they're both like wet. They just got out of the freaking shower. They both got messed up hair, and he's all, did you just take a nap?
Yeah. She has like ruffled sheets.
Yeah.
And he's like, dude. Like, you're behind. What are you doing?
Go. Get out of here.
Get the heck out of here, Kent.
Yeah.
And he's like, and like, puts on his stone cold soldier face, but has like mild hesitation. And he ends up leaving. And then Warner starts like cornering her.
Yeah, he is kind of icky.
He's like,
I love you, baby.
I love you. I'm going to take care of you.
We can be so good together.
We can be so good together. We're going to rule the freaking world.
Yeah.
And I'm going to treat you real good, baby.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't want you.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like he brings up the relationship with Adam. Like, I think he mentions, like, you have feelings for him. Like, he could never compare, I am the best thing for you.
Yeah. You guys are getting too close.
Yeah. And she's terrified, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, backing away as much as she can.
Mm-hmm.
And then he starts, like, grabbing her shoulder or something.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't touched her yet.
Yeah.
But he's touched her. You know what I mean? Close.
Yeah.
And then what happens?
Friggin' Adam comes back.
Busting in.
Points a friggin' gun.
Yeah. He says,
at Warner's head.
Get your hands
He's
off
Get your
her.
hands off my woman.
Or I'm gonna
get you.
And Warner's like, oh my god. He's taken aback.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And he's startled. And he's like, what are you going to do, Paleo?
This episode's getting real weird.
And I think that somehow Juliette gets his gun, Warner's gun.
Mm-hmm.
Some way, somehow. Because they each have a gun. Both Juliette and Adam get a gun. So she must get his somehow. But I don't know how. Unless it's after, because Adam, like, comes and is threatening him. And pins him down and ties his limbs together.
Mm-hmm.
So they must frisk him after that, maybe.
Yeah.
And take his gun.
That sounds right, maybe.
I don't know. But Adam's back. They've got Warner freaking tied up.
Yeah, and they're planning on running,
Adam's
obviously.
like, now's the time.
Now is the time to get out of here.
Gotta get out of here.
We gotta go.
Gotta go.
Gotta go.
Gotta go, gotta go.
Tickle, tickle, gotta go.
That's my daughter's favorite things to say. And, Warner says something that then makes Adam realize that this whole breach was actually just a drill and they don't have a lot of time. Yeah. Like, all the soldiers are going to be headed back.
I don't even feel like it was a drill. It was like a ruse to get everyone to leave so that Warner could be creepy.
Yeah, and try his hand at freaking getting He
wanted to get rid of Adam.
Juliette. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they decide that they gotta get the heck out of here, and that the only way to do so is through her window.
To jump out the window. They're like on the 5th floor.
Yeah, or higher. It's something. Tall boy.
Yeah.
They gotta jump. And Adam's like, don't worry. I got
rope. Oh, and they've had bags packed. Bags packed?
Bag packed.
Bags packed for like days now because they're planning on, leaving.
So time.
Adam's got a handy dandy rope in his handy dandy bag.
He sure does. And it's like a grapple hook.
Yeah.
Like he's got ready.
Lots and lots of rope. I feel like he just has a double bag full of rope.
Just rope. He didn't bring any clothes or food or weapons. Rope.
I mean, you never know when you're going to need a handy dandy rope.
For fun or...
Oh! It's also, he uses some of this rope to tie up Warner.
Warner.
I always want to say Warren. Warner.
Yeah. So anyway, he is like, Violet. Nope. Juliette. I mean, it's the et. I don't know why. I know a Violet. Maybe that's it. Anyway, Juliette. I'm going to go down first. And then I'm going to catch you.
Personally know a Violet?
I sure do.
Oh.
It's our friend's kid.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I was thinking of Violet from Fourth Wing.
Oh, yeah, I know her, too.
Gale.
We're really well acquainted.
That's kind of what I thought you meant.
I know a Violet.
I know her.
I mean, we do talk about people being our friends.
It's true. They are.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Jesus. Adam's like, I'm gonna go down first, baby, and then you're gonna follow me, because I'm gonna catch you, baby.
Yeah. And Warner, like, laughs at them. He's like, you really think you're gonna catch her, dude? You're both gonna break your necks.
Yeah, you're not gonna escape. Also, the soldiers are coming, and they, like, hear them pounding down the hall, ready to bust in.
We gotta go now.
Yeah. So Adam's scaling down the wall.
Yeah.
He finally makes it down. She starts, like, making her way to the window, and Warner's grabbing at her legs, trying to stop her.
Yeah.
And
he keeps saying something, which at this point I got kind of sketchy of Adam, because Warner keeps saying things like, are you really falling for this, like, lovey-dovey bullshit?
Yeah, you can't trust him.
You can't trust him. And I'm like, I don't trust you, but I kind of am sketchy of
I know,
Adam.
right?
And I still am.
I feel you. There's, like, a whole section, less so at the end, but in this especially, and the next events, where I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
What if, like, he's going to turn on her in some way, shape, or form?
Yeah. I'm still not convinced he's 100% good.
I don't know. I'm not convinced of anybody, though.
No, me neither.
Although, kind of, but not really. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, Juliette makes it to the window after evading Warner grabbing her ankles.
Sort of.
But he does, like, grab them.
Yeah, he touches her.
He touches her!
Bare skin.
Bare skin.
And he doesn't scream in pain.
Happens.
Yeah.
And Violet's trying to convince herself that it didn't happen.
Mm-hmm. She's like, maybe in the heat of the moment, like, something brushed against my ankle and I just thought it was him.
Yeah, like the sheet or something or whatever. And she's trying very hard to convince herself that he can't touch her because that's dangerous for her. He can do whatever the heck he wants to her if he finds her.
And why is there another person that's, like, immune to her
What's
powers?
going on here?
Yeah.
But she makes it down the window. She's, like, halfway down, and then soldiers start, like, hacking away at the rope, so she has no choice but to jump and fall into Adam's arms.
Yep.
And he catches her.
Yeah.
And they start bolting through
running.
the freaking compounds. Like, zigging and zagging and weaving.
Yeah.
Like, trying to lose the soldiers on their trail. And there's people following and shooting and, like...
Yeah.
It's a whole evasion.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Adam takes her through this, like... Nuclear...
There was, like, a nuclear plant there that exploded or something.
And they, like, cleaned it up, but it's still radioactive, obviously.
In theory.
And we learn at this point that the soldiers all have, like, something in their blood that allows Warner and his people to track them.
Yeah, it's like a serum in that works with their blood. I don't know.
Yeah, so, like,
Bizarre.
they can
Body
tell
chemistry.
if they're out dead or where they are.
Yeah.
But the nuclear fumes, like, disable it.
Yeah, fumes or whatever it is.
Fumes.
Okay. Radioactivity.
It's not fumes, but, you know, the radioactive...
land.
Fumes.
Ground. But he also told her that he used to go on, like, scouting missions for Warner in this field to see, like, check compounds and see if it was still radioactive.
Yeah.
And he never was affected by it.
Yeah.
And she's like, what about me? And he's like, no, Warner freaking researched you and realized is that, like, you yourself are radioactive or something.
Like, she's immune to it.
Like, her blood is it. Yeah,
I don't think that she's radioactive, but she's immune. And...
yeah, so they're fine.
They were, like, doing tests on her without her knowledge, which is...
lovely.
Weird.
But yeah.
Then she's like, well, once we leave here, aren't they going to be able to then track you? And he's like, no, they've had to redo it every time we go back. And I'm like,
yeah.
Is that true? I'm so sketchy of him now. I doubt everything he says.
I know. There's definitely a seed planted that there might be something more to Adam.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. I was definitely questioning him for a lot of this, too.
Yeah.
So, we'll see, I guess.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah. But they make their way through this freaking field. They, like, lose the soldiers behind them. They're all afraid to go into this radioactive field. And he's like, maybe, hopefully, they'll assume I'm dead.
Yeah.
Even though I was like... why would they assume that when you've made it back and forth between this field a few times at least?
Right.
Like, you've come back from it every time you've gone to it. So once your serum's gone, would they not assume you're there if they don't find your body?
Well, and I feel like Juliette said that too. Like, don't you think they're just gonna think that you're here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he's like,
because they know by this point that it deactivates your tracking.
Yeah, you'd think.
Yeah.
But anyway, they end up finding a tank that he...
I also feel like, you know, by this point, obviously everyone knows that he's running. And so they would see that he's heading that direction.
Well, she did say he, like, seemed like he knew all of the routes. Like, he was going every which direction. He
That's
kept
true.
switching
They were
directions.
weaving and dodging.
Yeah. So, I guess he lost him.
You're right.
But in any case, he's like, by the way, I stole a tank.
Casual.
And no big deal. I told Warner it was destroyed by the radioactivity.
Yeah.
But really, I just, like, shut down its electrical something, and it's fine, and we can use it.
Yeah, so hop on in.
Get in, baby. And it's nighttime now. It's dark. And he's just driving with no lights. They're cruising in their tank through the whatever. Fields, forests. They see another tank some distance away. And it's like, no big deal. We don't have lights. They don't see us.
Yeah.
And they make it to his home, he says. They make it to this, like, underground parking garage.
Yeah.
And they start, like, making out.
Yeah.
In the dark.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, baby, I love you.
Yeah.
And she's like, I love you, baby. Oh, my God. We made it.
And
hopefully we're safe. And then what?
There's some freaking yelling.
Yeah. Adam!
Adam, is that you? Adam?
Oh my God, Adam.
And out comes this little freaking kid.
This little dude. Adam hops out to go talk to him.
Yeah.
It's James.
It's James. Adam's little brother. Who just lives in this parking garage. Well, by himself.
Yeah, it's like a compound with a garage attached to it where apparently a bunch of orphan children live.
Yeah.
And Juliette. Maybe I should just say she.
Yeah. Might be a good idea.
Juju.
You're going to be like, bye-bye.
Juliette gets out of the tank, and Adam's like, I want to introduce you to somebody.
Yeah.
And he's like, wait, I've heard about you. You're the girl with magical powers.
Yeah.
And she's like...
She gets all weird about it.
That's a way to describe it.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
It's kind of evil, dude.
Yeah, you don't want to know what happens when I use my magical powers.
Hulk smash.
And death, perhaps. But they end up going into this little house that Adam's created for James. Because he lives alone now. Because Adam's in the military.
The military, yeah.
And it's, like, pretty cute. He's got a couch.
Yeah, Adam, like, sends him in first. He's like, you better make sure you don't have underwear laying everywhere. Which I thought was kind of funny.
And James runs like, oh, shit.
He's like, oh, God, I gotta go.
Comes back out. He's like, it's clear.
Yeah.
It's clear.
There's not a single piece of underwear anywhere.
Piece of undies. But, yeah, they make their way inside, and it's a pretty nice setup for Mr. James.
Yeah.
And he's so excited to have Adam back, and is like, wants him to stay, and is excited to meet freaking Juliette.
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of sit down. They see him, like, eat his thing that he puts in an aromat. It's not a microwave, but it is, but it's not.
Yeah.
It, like, multiplies the food.
Yeah, it, like, makes it more nutritionally valuable.
Well,
to make you, like, feel fuller.
Yeah. It's the same, like, caloric count. I'm like, what? It just grows your food.
Yeah.
It makes it bigger.
It's weird.
To fill your belly.
Weird.
But then they're chatting with James, and he's like, it's all right if Juliette stays here a while. Like, we're going to be here for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And they learn that he lives alone. He, like, goes to school.
Yeah, with the other children.
In the orphan children.
Yeah.
And there's Lady Benny who, like, takes care of him and brings him food and stuff.
Yeah.
And, they just have, like, a sweet moment.
Yeah.
And then freaking James is getting sleepy.
Mm-hmm.
And also he, like, asks about Juliette. And Adam, like, pulls him into his room and is like, it's my girlfriend.
Yeah. When they come back, James is like, I know she's your girlfriend, dude. Obviously. I know what a girlfriend is.
Oh my God.
Jeez.
Actually, it might happen a little later, but nonetheless, it does happen.
It doesn't matter.
But James goes to bed, and then they start snuggling,
Yeah.
and Juliet's like, I've never told you to stop, baby.
Yeah.
And wants him to get down.
Mm-hmm.
Get down.
You know what I mean.
You know what I mean? But then, James is like, crying. He comes out crying.
Oh, yeah, he had a nightmare.
Can I sleep with you?
Yeah. And they all snuggle up.
Yeah.
Well, they don't snuggle because James can't touch Juliette.
Yeah,
so.
But James is laying next to them while they snuggle.
Yeah.
And then James gets up and is watching him snuggle. And he's like, wait a minute, why can you touch her?
Yeah.
And that's when he starts asking questions.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
And Adam also tells James in all this interaction, like, do not tell anyone that we were here.
Yeah, no one can know.
Yeah, not even Benny.
Yeah.
Like, nobody can know. And Juliette notices that he says, you were never here with, like, a deep understanding. Like, he's seen way too much.
Yeah.
At 10 years old.
Yeah, I feel bad for him.
I know. know.
Kid. I can't imagine being just, like, left.
I know.
At 10 years old.
In this,
to, like, fend for yourself in a fucking world that's falling apart.
Yeah. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
At least there is, like, a community of other kids and Benny and stuff, but...
I don't trust Benny, though.
I know.
We haven't even met Benny, and I don't trust her.
I know.
So.
I know. Benny.
I know.
But they send James off to school.
Yeah.
He's got to go to school.
Yeah. And they're just hanging out when all of a sudden there's a bunch of pounding on the door.
A bunch of banging.
And dude who's outside is yelling at Adam. Adam, I know you're in there.
Even though he's not supposed to be known there.
Yeah.
What, like...
Open up, Adam.
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 Let me in, Adam.
Adam. Adam. Listen, my brother's name is Adam. And when we were kids, I always called him Adam. So, every time I read Adam's name, I think about it.
Adam. Yeah, but there's this banging.
Yeah.
And yelling. And Adam opens the door. And it's Kenji.
Yeah.
Who is one of his soldier dudes.
Yeah.
Soldier buds.
Soldier boys.
From the freaking military.
Yeah.
And he's like, what the dang heck are you doing here, big man?
How the heck did you find me,
and
dude?
He's shot in the leg.
Yeah. And he tells them that he doesn't really know how he got there.
Yeah.
But some dude dropped him off and said that Adam was there.
Uh-huh.
Who?
Really sketchy arrival.
Who?
Who
could it be?
I know. Adam's like patches him up in the bathroom while freaking Juliette has a gun just waiting to act if she has to.
Yeah.
And they learn that Kenji was like tortured after they left because he and Adam were friends and that he escaped or something.
Yeah.
And passed out in the woods because he got shot and somebody dropped him at the door. I'm like, that is a hell of a story.
Yeah.
And neither of them trust him. They're like, okay, dude, whatever. You brought trouble to us. Like, we're going to have to leave now because you're here, because you're serum, and, like, you know, who knows who's following you.
Who knows who's tracking you.
Who knows who dropped you here.
Yeah.
We got to go.
We have friggin' 10-year-old James.
Yeah. God damn it, Kenji.
Jerk.
God. Ugh. And he's like, well, you know what? I know of a safe space we can go.
Yeah.
And they're like, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
And then Adam and Juliette have like a little powwow in James's room. And she's like, I think we have to trust him. Like, you don't
really have a choice. You don't have anywhere else to go.
Yeah. And so they decide to get things ready.
While they wait for James to get home from school.
Yeah.
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 And when James does get ready or home, he's kind of excited. He's like, I get to be with you,
Adam.
Adam.
Yeah, and I get to leave this friggin' godforsaken place.
I won't be an alone orphan at 10 years old anymore.
Yeah.
And so they have to go steal a car.
Yeah.
And so they like start headed out into the streets trying to find a car, which they're sparse, obviously.
Yeah.
And then, wait. Okay, people start knocking on the door before they leave.
Didn't they like get stormed in the place?
Yeah, Warner's here.
Yeah.
Warner and his soldiers are here.
Yeah.
And they have like a back door through James's bedroom or something, and they escape out that way.
They are running,
trying to find a car. Warner and friends are after them.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And then they know, Adam and Juliette know, that Warner and friends are after them.
Yeah.
So they're like, listen, Kenji.
Because Kenji can't run. Yeah. He's been shot in the friggin' leg.
Healing.
And James is 10.
Yeah. And we don't want James to get shot.
No. So they leave them.
Yeah.
They're like, dude, Kenji, you gotta look out for James. If anything happens to him, I'm gonna kill you myself.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go find a car and we'll come back for you guys.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Stay.
Stay here.
Sit. Stay. Stay.
Back away slowly. Don't
wait.
Yes. And then Adam and Juliette start running around the streets trying to find a car. People are looking at them crazy. There's an alarm being blasted over speakers that's
telling people to get in their houses.
Yeah. There's freaking rebels on the loose who are armed and dangerous. And so people are going to their homes.
Yeah.
And they turn a corner and see a few cars, and then, like, a bunch of chaos happens. Freaking Adam gets shot.
Adam gets freaking shot, dude.
But Juliette, like, doesn't quite understand what's going on. Can't see what had happened.
Yeah, because it's dark. There's no street lights.
There's nothing. And then... she's taken.
Freaking taken.
By who?
By no other.
No other.
Then Benny. I'm just kidding.
Damn it, Benny.
Warner.
Of course.
It's Warner,
of course. Obviously.
Naturally.
Yeah, and he takes her to this place. I don't know, a store, whatever. Building. And he's like cornering her up against the wall and
pinning her there, basically.
And reveals that he knows he can touch her.
Yeah.
He's like, I know you noticed it too, honey. I'm so happy to found you. And he's like not at all deterred about the fact that she left him.
Yeah, no.
And he's like, I am so excited to be with you. We're gonna go back together.
I love you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he's friggin' delusional.
Yeah, she's just a little scientific experiment to you, pal.
Yeah.
She's nothing
she's like
other than
a piece of arm candy for him.
A trophy.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, but he starts getting, like, real handsy.
Yeah, and she notices a gun in his jacket.
And she's
like, oh, I gotta get that.
I gotta play along. And
this is when she gets his gun.
Yeah.
She didn't have a gun before.
They had 2 guns.
Oh, okay.
They each had a gun. So she must have disarmed him, and then he got another one. Whatever. But they had 2.
Okay, but where was her gun? When they were getting chased. Did she not have a gun?
I don't know.
I don't think she did.
She did. They both had one. Because when Kenji showed up, she was at the door with both guns while Adam was in the shower.
You're right.
So there was definitely 2. I don't know what happened to them all.
Maybe they left one with Kenji
Maybe.
and James.
Maybe.
Gotta defend.
That would make sense.
Bang,
Anyway, she notices the gun.
Notices the gun and lets him start, like, getting kind of hot and heavy with her.
Handsy. She's making out with him.
Feeling him up.
She's acting like she likes it.
She's not feeling him up. He's feeling her up.
She kind of is. She's got her hands on his chest and
she needs to get in his jacket without him knowing or noticing.
They get hot and heavy enough to where she's, like, has her legs wrapped around him and stuff. And then she's starting to act like she's, like, ready and frantic to get him naked.
Yeah.
And is, like, pulling his jacket open, grabs the gun.
And shoots him.
And he notices it, and he's like taken aback.
Yeah.
And she shoots him and just, runs. Books it.
She's like, I have no idea if I even hit him, but I gotta go. I mean, she knows that she hits him because she saw blood, but
she's sprayed in his blood.
She doesn't know if she killed him or
not. And when he was pinning her and stuff, he told her that Adam was dead.
Yeah.
He's already dead. And she's like, that can't be. There's no way. He's not.
Love him.
I love him.
I would know.
I'm gonna go save him.
Yeah.
And so she starts sprinting, going through all these streets, goes back to where Adam's blood pile was, and, like, follows a trail. Blood pile. Puddle.
I'm glad you knew what I was giggling
Just a stack of blood.
Blood column.
That'd be really bizarre. Gelatinous.
Ew.
It's like when I scraped my knee as a kid 3 times in a row, like, as it was healing. And by the 3rd time, it was gelatinous. Sorry, listeners.
I felt that in my tummy. Didn't like it.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
And the 3rd time, I was playing Wizards in the grass, and I tripped.
Were you Dumbledore?
At school. Doubt it, but now I want to be. Dumbledore. We are not becoming Harry Potter puppet pals right now. Anyway.
Harry Potter.
Snape. We said we weren't.
I also don't know if that's something that could get us demonetized. I mean, we're not monetized, but
one day. But
we get copyrighted.
No.
Anyways.
So she finds his blood pile.
Yeah.
And then she's like, I'm going to follow this trail of blood.
Follow the trail.
And so she does that.
She does.
And it goes away. And she's like, oh, shoot, it must be in this door that's next to the end of the blood pile.
No way to get in.
Yeah.
What am I going to do?
Uh-oh.
Punch through.
And scrape and
Hulk
kick.
Smash.
And fucking rip that door to shreds.
Yeah.
And it's like a metal door. What the heck?
Yeah.
Why does she have this?
Why? And I thought, so I had a theory that it was because she was, like, sucking, she was gaining more power from holding the kid in that scenario.
Yeah.
But she hasn't touched anyone since then.
No. Not anyone that's
she's
susceptible.
Not, like, drawing power from anyone.
Yeah.
To be able to rip through the steel. So it's something that she always has the ability to do.
Yeah. What the heck?
Wild.
Why, though? Why?
Are
you multi-powered? Because it's, like...
extra powerful and zappy.
You can Hulk smash.
Yeah.
It's very, very weird.
Yeah.
We need answers. Nonetheless, she Hulk smashes her way through the door.
Mm-hmm.
And is, like, searching through this huge warehouse, like, compound. It's a warehouse. I don't know what compound
it's a warehouse, yeah.
And
she starts, like, hearing labored breathing.
Yeah.
And she's like, that must be Adam.
Oh, no.
And she finds him.
And he's, like, hung up.
Tied up.
By his wrists.
Yeah.
And he's got a shot in the leg.
Yeah.
And he's not okay.
He's not in good shape.
Beaten.
Yeah,
like,
his face is all messed up.
Yeah. And he wakes up, and he's like, oh my God, what the hell? Like, how'd you find me?
I love you.
And she's like, I need a knife, baby boo. And he's like, in my pants.
In my pants.
Literally inside of my pants.
Literally in the secret compartment inside of my pants, right next to my wiener.
You can feel around.
Might have to move it to the side a little bit. Please touch it.
Part the curtains. Please.
Let me die a happy man.
This episode's devolving really quickly. But I love it. But yeah, basically that all happens.
Yeah.
Verbatim.
It's not canon at all.
And she finds the knife in his pants.
Yeah.
And she cuts him down. And he is obviously not okay.
Yeah.
So he has to like hobble and limp with her support. And they make it to the door and he's like, what? What the fuck? She's like, I don't know, dude.
Don't talk about it.
I literally have no idea.
You don't see anything. Honey, let's go.
Let's go, please. Come on. And so they start escaping.
Yeah, they find a car.
Yeah, and Juliette's never
And Juliette's like, I don't know how to drive. And Adam's like, I'll talk you through it. It's fine.
It's fine.
Don't worry. At least it's an automatic.
Yeah, she's like, what? And so she's like,
yeah, it's
hard,
all jerky.
Hard, yeah, that's easy enough.
Yep.
It's going to be like hard breaking, flooring it.
Yeah.
Jerky.
Yep.
Anyway.
Not the same kind of jerky
as
the pants
as
jerky.
The knife in the pants.
But
pants jerky. Good Lord. He has a lot of stuff in his pants. Also a hidden jerky pocket.
That's so dumb.
Wow. It's like extreme cargo pants. Not only do you have pockets around the inside. You get both, Sarah. You get both.
Oh, shit.
Inner and outer pocket. Any freaking who.
Ow.
She jerks her way on to get them to the last place that they were with frickin' Kenji and James.
Yeah.
Get back to James's little place. And she moves Adam to the back seat before she runs in. Yeah. She's like, I don't want James to see you like this. Mm-hmm. And Kenji's gotta drive.
Good Lord. Cannot. We'll never make it.
Yeah. And she runs in, and Kenji's like cradling James. He's sleeping.
He was asleep. Yeah.
Yeah. And she's like, we gotta go, dude. And he like understands just by looking at her the like direness.
Severity of it. Yeah. Like she's
like,
covered in blood.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
And so they rush out to the car. Kenji and James get in the front.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, trying to comfort Adam. Can't really do much for him right now, but she's like layering clothes on him and trying to keep him warm and feed him a banana.
Yeah. Yeah.
The car had a banana in it.
That's the other thing. The banana was kind of weird because the food and the growing and the...
It felt like this car was planted because I was suspicious as hell of the car because the one they found had the keys in the ignition, had a fucking basket full of groceries.
It was unlocked.
Yeah. It was ready and waiting for them. It felt very weird. And I know that she said, like, when the alarms went off, this person must have just ditched their car and went inside. But I was still like, I don't know.
And also, where are you getting fresh food on a planet where things aren't growing anymore?
Well, and especially in this little compound of orphan children and such.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's very interesting.
It is. And then the more we find out later, I'm like, was it some of those? Like someone from there who planted the car or something?
Maybe. I don't know.
I need answers about everything. But anyway.
I don't know. We also, Kenji freaking drugged James.
He gave her
to make him sleep.
Pill. He's like, he was already traumatized. I just wanted him to sleep. And she's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Adam's gonna kill you.
Yeah. So, way to go, Kenji.
God, Kenji.
Rude. Why do you just have sleeping pills in your pockets?
Yeah.
Are they your inside pockets or your outside pockets?
Those are inside pocket things for sure.
I thought so too. Yeah.
You don't want to lose them.
No.
Come on.
Very important business.
Obviously. But any freaking who. In the car ride, Kenji's like, why didn't you guys tell me you were together? And Adam says, because Kenji was hitting on Juliette real hard when he first showed up.
Yeah.
And Adam's like, well, I didn't have a chance to ask her yet.
Yeah.
Cutie.
Aww.
You want an official,
Sweet.
will you be my girlfriend?
Do
you want to go steady,
boo-boo.
baby?
Yeah.
That wasn't that important, but that's all I remember from the car ride.
That's okay.
And so Kenji drives him for a while.
Yeah.
And they go underground again. Once more. Underground.
Yeah.
And when they get there, Kenji runs off to go get some people. Says something about like a medical wing.
I'm gonna go get the doctors from the medical wing.
Yeah.
Because Adam needs help.
And as soon as they get out and there's people like surrounding Adam and taking him away from her, Juliette starts to panic. She's like, I don't know any of these people. I don't know Kenji.
Where the hell are we?
Where the hell are we? What the fuck's going on?
What is going on?
They're definitely going to hurt me.
Yeah.
I'm not okay. Let me go. Bring me Adam.
They're going to hold me freaking prisoner again.
Let me go get my boo-boo.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Holy shit.
And Kenji's like, calm down, dude. I'm not here to hurt you. It's okay. Shh. Drugs.
Yeah.
Drugs her.
Yeah.
Stabs her with the drug.
Yep.
She passes out.
She does.
Because she was drugged.
Yep. Kind of like James.
Oh my God. Do you think he stabbed him or just gave him a little pill?
I don't know.
Hopefully he didn't stab him.
Hopefully not.
I guess you wouldn't know if you were drugged immediately.
No. I mean, it's a needle. It's not like you're doing a lot of damage.
A knife of drugs.
Sleep, bitch.
Drug knife.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway.
Then Juliette wakes up.
On stairs.
Yeah. What the fuck?
On a bed. I was like, how does that work? Unless there's like a landing between two sets of stairs.
I don't know. It's confusing.
Or the legs of the bed are like uneven, so they can sit on two stairs.
Maybe.
I don't know, but she wakes up.
Yeah.
From her drugged stupor.
Yeah.
And then
yeah,
a random guy approaches. He comes down the stairs and he's like, "Oh, hey, you're awake.
I've been waiting to talk to you.
What's up, lady? How you feeling?
Yeah.
What color are your eyes?"
Oh, yeah.
She's like, "I don't know, dude."
I don't know. He's like, "You don't know the color of your own eyes?"
He's asking her what she remembers, what her name is. He's asking, like, questions for people who might have amnesia.
Yeah. Or, like, a concussion or something.
And she's demanding answers. And he's like, please just let me do this freaking exam real quick to make sure you're okay, and I will answer all your questions in time. And she's like, where's Adam? Where am I? Are you going to hurt me?
James?
Who are you? What are you? Are you a doctor? Are you a psychiatrist? And he's like, I mean, for all intents and purposes, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And he's like, she's naked also.
Oh, yeah.
They had to burn all her clothes.
Yeah, to, like, sanitize her.
And she's been bathed.
She's clean.
Yeah.
And she's like, how the fuck did you get me clean? How did you touch me?
Yeah, he's like, latex.
Yeah.
She's like, what? Gloves.
Gloves? Oh.
Oh, that makes sense.
Weird.
He's like, but you were contaminated. We had to clean you off.
But also,
burn all your clothes.
How did you know to touch me?
Yeah.
With gloves.
Uh-huh.
That's weird.
Weird. What the heck? He's like, well, I mean, Kenji and other things. But yeah, don't worry about it. We got you. And then he's like, listen. And Kenji shows up.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, girl. And she's like, fuck you. You drugged me. What the heck?
Mm-hmm.
And where are we? You poo?
You poo.
And he's like, well, I know. Whatever. It's fine. Okay? You were psycho for a second. I had to calm you down.
You attacked me.
You were hurting me.
Yeah.
And you almost, you touched me. It hurt a lot.
Ow.
Ow. And he's like, well, Castle wants to meet you. And she's like, I'm literally naked, my guy.
Also, who's Castle?
Who the heck is Castle?
What the heck is going on?
White Castle. She's gonna get some burgers.
Burgers.
But
I don't believe that she was attacking him. Because we were getting her perspective.
Yeah.
And then he drugged her.
I mean...
They were, like, having a civilized conversation.
I mean, she was getting frantic, for sure.
Yeah, but...
But it never said she touched him. So I don't know if, like, she got delirious after he gave her a drug, like, while it was kicking in and she was trying to attack.
Because... I just don't know if I believe it.
Yeah, I don't know. All of it seems very weird.
Yeah.
And, like, too good to be true.
Yeah.
But Castle wants to see her.
Yeah.
And she's like, she calls the doctor Blondie because he's got blonde hair. And we find out his name's Winston.
Real creative nickname there, Juliette.
Yeah. And they call freaking Kenji Moto because his last name is like Kishimoto or something.
Something.
And it's not important. But
I mean, nicknames. Come on.
Come on. But freaking Blondie Winston, a.k.a. Winston, tells Kenji to go get her some clothes. Yeah. And he's like, oh, but no. And he's like, just freaking do it, bro.
Do it, dude. It's not that hard.
I have a outfit for her, but we're going to talk about it later.
Yeah.
And so he leaves and comes back with his clothes. Mm-hmm. So she's like swimming in the sweats and freaking big shirt.
Yeah.
And she's like, where are you taking me? What the heck's going on?
Who the heck is Castle?
Who is Castle?
Why are you taking me to see
Where
him?
are we? Where's Adam? Let me see Adam. Yeah. And he's like, he's not ready for you to see him.
He's healing. He was really hurt real bad.
He was real bad hurt.
He had like a almost collapsed lung.
Yeah, he had broken ribs. He was bruised everywhere.
Yeah, he was beat the fuck
gunshot.
up.
It wasn't good. He needs to heal, baby.
Yeah.
Girlfriend.
And Kenji's also face is like...
suddenly healed.
Healed? Perfectly fine?
Yeah, because he was beat up when he showed up.
He was also shot in the leg and now he's perfectly fine?
Yeah, he's healed.
What the heck?
And she's like, wow, your face is spectacular. Because when he did show up, he was flirting with her and he's like, just wait till all this heals up, honey.
And you see my actual face.
And then you can make the right decision between me and Adam. And she's like, damn, he is hot, but like... what the hell?
Yeah.
Why are you healed all of a sudden?
Yeah.
Why am I feeling really good? Like, what's going on?
What is going on?
And so he takes her. He's like, listen, all of your questions are going to be answered in time, but you got to go see Castle. Mm-hmm. Like, come on. Just do it.
Yeah.
So she goes into this fancy room.
Yeah.
And Castle shows up. And he's like, well-to-do looking. Well, he's got like a casual suit on. Mm-hmm. He's got a nice air about him, but he seems to have, like, kind eyes.
He looks kind of proper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, this is probably really confusing.
Yeah.
How you doing?
How you feeling? Are you okay?
You okay, girl?
How's it going?
Yeah. We know about you.
Yeah, we've been looking for you.
We've been looking for you. Kenji was our guy on the inside.
Yeah, he was a freaking plant.
Yeah. And when he heard that Adam was working closely with you... He
befriended him.
Started following him around and befriended him.
Yeah.
That's how he knew where Adam lived.
Yeah, he's been stalking him.
Yeah.
Creep.
Gosh, Kenji.
Yeah.
But these people were after her too.
Yeah.
Castle was.
Yeah.
And he was like, but listen, it's not for the same reasons.
No.
Like, Warner wants you to be a weapon, but we are on the different, like, the other end of the cause.
Yeah.
And there's other people like you.
There are more people like you. I was freaking right.
I know.
I knew it.
56 people with powers in Omega Point.
Yeah, including her.
Including her.
55 other people.
He has one too.
Yeah.
He's got power.
So does Kenji, doesn't he?
Uh-huh.
Kenji's stretchy?
No, Kenji, it can go invisible.
Oh, that's right.
He can camouflage. Winston is stretchy.
Winston is the stretchy one.
Yeah. He can be, he's flexible.
Yeah.
And Castle has telekinesis.
Yeah, he can move things with his brain.
Yeah. And he's like, hear me out. You on tour? And she's like, I mean, yeah, what the hell?
Yeah.
And she feels like comforted in his presence. She's not like uncomfortable and scared. And he starts telling her that like everything she's learned about the world and the reestablishment is false.
It's not true.
Like
the world isn't as bad as they make it out to be.
Yeah. They're like, all of it's reversible.
Yeah.
The reestablishment though is like keeping all of the animals on like a stretch of land. There are normal animals, but they're keeping them. They have a bunch of
huge
crops.
Farmlands.
Yeah. A bunch of normal food.
Yeah.
But they're keeping it all for themselves. Bananas included.
Come on.
Where do they come from?
I know.
And she's like, what the fuck? And he tells her that, you know, the like not global warming, but pollution and all the things can be reversed if they act now. Yeah.
Do the right things.
And so their whole goal is to like band together to overthrow the reestablishment at some point.
Yeah.
And
their organization, by the way, is called Omega Point.
Omega Point. And he's showing her around. He's showing her like a nice huge dining area and like rooms, and it's a big ass place. There's a lot of shit there.
Yeah.
And at one point, while they're walking, she's asking about Adam again. He's like, "You want to see him?"
Yeah.
And they go and like see him through a window, and he doesn't have any machines or anything attached to him.
No, he's just like laying on a bed.
And he's like, "We got a couple healers."
Yeah.
And their healing is fantastic.
Yeah.
And magical.
Whoa.
They're twins. One of them heals the body, one heals the mind.
Yeah.
And both need to happen for it to be a successful healing.
Yeah.
You don't see machines on him. It's a person with powers like you.
Weird.
What the heck?
What the heck?
And while they're chatting, What?
Nothing. Where are all these people coming from?
I don't know.
How do they have powers? Where?
Yeah.
Are the powers
Where are they coming from?
Are all of them, I wonder, just a theory, a little bit, sort of. I wonder if all of them are immune to radiation. And
Maybe.
if, like, radiation has something to do with their powers. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know either.
What the heck?
Are they aliens?
Maybe. Or they evolved weird because of radiation and pollution and things.
And pollution, yeah.
I don't know, but when Castle was talking about, like, the actual lay of the land, about how there's this government that's controlling all of the good parts of the earth and convincing the populace that it's shit, I was like, wow, that could happen.
Yeah, for sure. Too real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, that makes
and,
me
like, our Earth going to shit, but it could be something that we could stop from happening if people would just get their heads out of their asses.
Mm-hmm.
Too real.
Too real.
Yeah.
Too real. What the heck?
Yeah.
But while they're chatting, outside of Adam's healing quarters, some guy is, like, calling for Castle, saying, we have cameras that have spotted Warner and like, patrol tanks.
Frequencies are, like, they're
weak.
Listening to them.
Yeah.
And they're getting closer to their area.
And, yeah.
Like, they know that they're there. The establishment knows that they are in this area, but don't know exactly where. They haven't been able
to find it.
Yeah.
Ever. And, then at one point, Castle's like, I have someone I want you to meet. And they, like, come around the corner to meet Juliette. And the soldier he's talking to is, like, white. Like, iridescent. Yeah. He has, like, a white suit on. His skin's very white. His hair's very white. His
eyes are all white. Yeah.
And he's like, oh, hi, so good to meet you. And he's all, like, friendly and shit. Yeah. And they're about to go shake hands. And she's like, nah.
Yeah, he's the one that pulls back. He's like, oh, actually.
I accidentally electrocute people.
Yeah.
She's like, I accidentally kill people. And he's like, oh, my God.
We'll just not touch.
Silly.
How goofy.
And she's like, wow, I feel so, like, not alone anymore.
So seen, yeah.
Starting to accept myself and my ability is more than, like, a hindrance on living.
Yeah. Good for her.
I know.
I'm happy for her. Even though I'm still sketchy of all of everybody.
Everything seems too good to be true.
Yeah.
But then Castle lets her go in to see Adam.
Yeah.
And she, like, sits down and is stroking his hand.
Yeah,
and
he wakes up.
And Castle's like, what? Oh, why are you touching him?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, you can touch
him?
And she's like, yeah. And he's like, wait, is he immune to your touch? Is Adam a magical one?
Yeah.
What's his magical?
What is his power? Is he immune to everyone?
That was my question. Are other people's powers ineffective with him?
Yeah, I wonder.
Oh my God! But Adam wakes up.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh my God, I'm so glad you're okay. And he's like, you saved my life. I love you.
Boo, boo.
Boo. And then Sarah and Sonia, the healers, come in. And they're like, we were just taking care of James. He's playing with the other kids.
Yeah.
And James comes in and he's all freaking happy. And he's like, oh my God, Adam, you're fine. They said you were sick.
Yeah.
They, like, blanketed it for him.
Yeah.
But then he goes and runs the place with the kids.
Yeah, he's like, I just want to go hang out with my friends.
Yeah.
I'm happy here.
What a weird little, like, utopia going on.
Yeah.
And
weird
then...
little commune.
Yeah. Of magical folk.
Yeah.
And then Kenji shows up, naturally. He's like, all right, dude, you're bunking with me, so we gotta go. I want to go to bed. It's 10 p.m.
Yeah, I'm sleepy. You gotta keep a good schedule down here where you can't see the light.
Yeah.
Or we could get in big trouble.
We gotta be ready for attack anytime, any day.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, give me a minute. And Juliette's gonna be bunking with Sarah and Sonia.
Yeah. They don't have enough rooms for them to share a room.
Yeah.
Bummer, dude. They can't bang.
Dang. And friggin' Adam is like, hey, I need pants.
I am also naked.
I'm naked. Go get me pants. And then he's like, I'm not naked. I just wanted to go away.
I'm not naked.
word for word.
To leave so I could smooch you.
Yeah. And they're smooching a lot.
Yeah.
Getting hot and heavy.
And Kenji comes back and knocks and he's like, dude, you know the walls are made out of glass and everyone can see that?
Nobody wants to see this. But then they go their separate ways. And Adam says, like, I want to see you. And Kenji's like, no escaping. Like, don't go sneaking around in the middle of the night.
You guys will see each other tomorrow.
Relax.
Settle.
God. So they go to bed.
Yeah.
But then the next morning, frickin' Winston and Kenji come summon, or Winston does, summons Juliette and says, like, before you go and meet the other people and start your training, we gotta
some clothes
get
for
your outfit,
yeah,
girl.
It's like a custom-made outfit for her.
Yeah.
Oh my
goodness. They take her into this room, and Adam and Kenji are there. And Kenji's like, we got stuff to do. Like, and Winston's like, well, just, like, make her put the outfit on first, at least. Come on.
Yeah.
So I can explain it. And so everyone leaves the room, and Adam's still left in there with her. He tells everyone to leave. He's like, I need a moment with my lady.
Yeah.
And she's like, turn around.
Turn around. I'm going to get dressed.
I'm going to get naked.
Oh, my God.
Even though you want to be naked together.
For sure.
Come on.
For sure. Come on. They want each other so bad.
But before they left, Kenji's like, we're literally 5 seconds away. So don't do any weird shit.
We'll be right out here. 5 seconds away. We're going to be right here. We'll be out here.
Frisky. And so he turns around and she puts it on. And it's
like a bodysuit.
Yeah.
Purple, like a sexy.
Hug you tight, but also comfy.
Bodycon bodysuit.
Yeah. And she's like, whoa, it hugs all of me. But it's also not too tight. It's like perfect and
comfortable.
And I kind of like it.
I can stretch.
Yeah. And it covers like 99% of my skin.
Yeah.
And Adam turns around and he's like, oh my God.
She asks him to help her zip it. And he's like, oh God.
You're sexy.
I just got messy in my pants.
Got messy. Yeah, he's like, man, you look sexy, baby.
Yeah.
And Winston and Kenji come back, and she's like, okay, but what about my hands?
I can still touch people.
My hands.
Yeah, because Winston tells her that, like, it was made so that she could be touched and touch people without
fear.
Thinking about it.
Yeah.
Like, she wouldn't have to be cautious. And she's like, but...
Hands.
And he's like, oh, I forgot.
Here's some gloves that go up to your elbows. Yeah. And you get some boots.
Yeah.
And so she's, like, covered everywhere except her face.
Everything but her face is covered, yeah.
And it's this nice, tight, purple bodysuit. Is that all?
And, like, I don't remember how this section ended.
Well, I feel like she suits up. They tell her she looks like a superhero. And they know Warner's alive. But they also know that, and she's worried about that because he now knows he can touch her.
Yeah.
Sketchy drama. They know that they're patrolling, but Kenji's like assured that they won't find them. He's like, we've been hidden forever. They're never going to get us.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that's where it wraps up.
I feel like, yeah.
I think there's like an epilogue, and the epilogue is her getting in her suit.
Is it?
I think so. It very much left on like okay, what's next?
Yeah. Like, she's like happy.
Yeah.
Feels kind of at home, but is also like afraid of the future.
Yeah. But like more hopeful than she has been. Has a new group of power people.
Yeah.
People with powers who are in a fight against the reestablishment.
Yeah.
And very much left on like, okay, well, I guess next book is training and like all this other shit to find out more about Omega Point, because it was very much like dripped in at the end.
Yeah.
But it was pretty good.
It was pretty good. I liked it.
Me too. What did you rate it?
What did you rate it,
Sarah?
I gave it 4 stars.
Okay.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
I just feel like there could have been a little more to the writing. Like, not even the writing, the story, really. I actually really enjoyed the writing a lot. I liked how, you're getting the whole book from Juliette's perspective, and it's, like, evolving with her. We talked about this last episode.
Yeah.
Could definitely see the, like, change in her mental state. I don't like how brushed over the ending was. Like, all the Omega Point stuff, I feel like there could have been more. And I'm sure that we will get that, obviously, in the next book. But
for sure.
I just wanted a little bit more out of this book.
That's fair.
But yeah.
Yeah.
What did you rate it?
I gave it 4. Okay. I gave it a 5 initially.
Okay.
And then I sat and thought about it for a minute. And I dropped it down a star.
Yeah.
I was looking at some reviews on Goodreads after I had reviewed it. And people shit on this book.
Yeah.
And I'm actually very confused.
Yeah.
There's some people who are like, the writing, like, it's supposed to be a choice and it's meant to build the story, but it's just like, there's no good prose and all that. Like, talking smack about the writing. And I'm like, I really enjoyed the writing.
I really liked the writing a lot.
Both the technique used in, like, her mental growing and her becoming more self-assured and, like, not feeling like she's psycho. But also, I felt like there was so much poetry in it. Like, this author, I wonder if she writes a bunch of poetry. Because there was a lot of lines that were, like, I don't know, flowed like a poem. Like, it was very fun writing for me. And I thought it was beautiful in a lot of places.
Yeah.
I dropped it down a star, though, because I feel like the relationship with Adam and Juliette felt very slapped together. I know that they had this history, but never once had they talked.
Right.
It feels very grandiose that he went and sought after her as soon as she left.
Pining after each other all these
years.
Yeah,
star-crossed lovers who come together, and it happens to work out that they're paired up, and like that felt a little bit forced to like make that relationship happen.
Yeah.
And it was fast. I mean, I think that we just like thick, chonky fantasy books that like build story for freaking 600 pages instead of freaking 300.
Like intense world building and you know,
and this is a long series. Yeah, me too. It is a long series, so I'm sure we will get there.
Yeah.
But it was a very fast-paced book. There was a lot of events, and part of it felt super like unrealistic, like a bit of a reach in some instances, in just the events that happened. But I don't know. I really like the concept. I really like where it's headed. I really like the characters generally.
Yeah.
I am suspicious. I'm confused. I want to know more, and that's a good thing to me. Like, I want a book that makes me question things and like eager for more. So I really enjoyed it. I don't think it's quite a 5, but a 4 is solid. I think it's good.
I agree.
I think it's good. I like
especially a 4-star for a YA.
Yeah, dude.
Like, come on. It's pretty good.
Come on. It's pretty good. I liked it. I'm excited to see where it goes.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's a lot of avenues that can be taken here. Whether or not Omega Point is legit in like a good, safe space, we'll see.
Or is it going to end up being its own evil thing?
Right. Whether or not what Castle says is true, we'll see.
Right. How is Warner going to come back into it?
He's still alive.
I almost feel like he's going to end up being a good guy.
I don't think so.
In some way. I don't know.
It reminds me of...
I just, ever since the whole, like, are you really falling for this shit with Adam?
I know.
I just feel like maybe... I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like there is more to be uncovered about Adam. Like, there's something that might be off about him that he hasn't shared with her.
Yeah.
Whether it's like he committed some heinous crime that he was forced to do or something. Maybe he has like a, you know, subconscious that's bad. Something that happened in his past, whatever. Yeah. But I don't know if he's necessarily evil and going to steer in the wrong direction, but he just might have some baggage.
Yeah.
That's my guess. But maybe not. Maybe he is evil.
Do you think that they're going to end up together?
Yeah.
In the end?
Probably.
Yeah? I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't. I feel like she's going to end up with someone else.
Maybe.
I don't know who, but...
Maybe she'll find another magical lover.
Maybe.
And then Adam
or maybe somehow, out of the freaking blue, she's going to end up with Warner. Enemies to lovers.
Hear me out. I despise him.
I do too.
I despise him. And maybe that's good.
Absolutely vile and disgusting.
He reminds me of Joffrey from Game of Thrones, which I know you don't know, but he's like this evil fucking little boy prince. Like, he's probably 13 and he's just absolutely vile. Like, most heinous. But the actor is so fucking good at making you hate the living shit out of him that it's like applause worthy. It's such a good character, but also you despise him, and that's how I feel about Warner.
Okay, yeah.
I'm like,
I do too.
Like looming. He feels just like entitled and fucking like a little crying baby who gets what he wants.
Certainly, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I just like I don't know. I feel like there's stories. Like, ACOTAR, for example, you don't hate Reese nearly as much as you hate Warner.
That's true.
However,
he ends up being
a good guy.
Yeah. You get kind of mad at him at the end, but he's...
Certainly, yeah.
But he's still lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
So we'll see. I'm excited. We didn't initially plan on reading the next book for the podcast right now.
We sure didn't.
But alas.
Next week,
guys.
We're
going to be reading...
The first novella.
Which is
Destroy Me.
Destroy Me.
We're
going to read the whole thing, and then we're going to read the first 13 chapters of Unravel Me.
Yes.
So
that's next week. We're combining some stuff.
Yeah.
Novella plus a part of a book.
Yeah.
Because the novella's a little bit.
Yeah.
And there's several of them. So
there are many.
We don't plan on like going through the entire series right now.
No, we're going to do these first two.
Yeah.
And the novella, and then take a break.
Yeah, and maybe we'll come back to it soon. Who knows?
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed it. I'm excited to see what the frick happens.
Yeah,
man.
me too.
What the heck? How do you guys feel about the first book?
Yeah.
Does it make you want to read the entire series? Do you hate it? Are you one of the people on Goodreads who are like, ew,
trashing
trash?
it? Yeah.
Trash.
Or are you one of the people on TikTok who are like, oh my god, it's so good, you have to read it right now?
Because there's two polar opposites here.
Yeah. Which I feel like is the case for most books.
Yeah,
honestly.
it's subjective.
Yeah.
I don't hate that you hate it. I just am confused because I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
who needs to calm the fuck down for you this week, Danielle?
Lots of people.
Or
I feel like
chill the fuck out.
Warner.
Is that what we
sure.
say? I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Warner's an obvious.
Obvious, yeah.
But I also would say that Kenji needs to calm the fuck down.
Same.
He's been pryy. He's like poking.
Yeah.
And he also is the man behind the scenes, too. I feel like there's more we need to learn about Kenji and his role in all of things.
Certainly.
He needs to calm the fuck
Also,
down.
why are you drugging a 10-year-old?
Yeah, relax.
Like, I think maybe he had good intentions.
Yeah.
Like, not wanting him to be more traumatized than he already is. But he's 10.
I know.
Quit drugging him.
I think that, I feel like he probably assumed that Juliette and Adam were not coming back. Or if they were, it was going to be, like, as it was. Like, something really terrible.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he needs to calm the fuck down, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Certainly.
What else are you reading right now, Sarah?
I'm still reading The Six by Annie Taylor.
Yes.
I'm like a little over halfway done now.
Sick.
So hopefully next week I'll be able to, talk a little more about it.
In the check-ins on our YouTube channel that come out every week, guys.
Yeah, so if you want to hear about that book, it's really weird.
It's bizarre. She isn't even to the weird part. No, it's a good one.
And then I'm also listening to Pucking Around by Emily Rath on audiobook right now.
Yes.
And with you, buddy, reading Kingdom of Copper by S.A. Chakraborty.
Yes, queen.
What about you? What are you reading right now, Danielle?
Well, Kingdom of Copper, obviously. Which is very good.
Yeah.
I am excited to finish it. Hopefully this week.
Hopefully this week.
We can do it.
We've got quite a big chunk left.
I
but
know.
It reads so fast
it reads
for me
quick.
because I love it.
I know. It reads very fast for how fucking long the chapters are.
Yeah.
Every chapter is like 20 pages.
25 pages.
It's intense, but it's very good. I'm also reading Namesake by Adrienne Young.
Okay.
The follow-up to Fable.
Yeah.
And I'm only like 63 pages in, but it's good so far.
Really excited for you to finish that one so we can talk more about it.
I'm
Because
excited
I like
too.
that one a lot.
Yeah, it's good so far. It's in a different environment. It's kind of switching things up. It's getting nutty. And I have to start Remarkably Bright Creatures this week, too.
Yes, I'm going to start that with you because I also want to read it.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I can't come to book club this month again.
Oh, shoot dang. But I got to read it in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Less than. No,
it's not
I got
too
2 weeks.
junky.
I got 2 weeks. I'm sure I could do it.
Yeah.
But that's on my to-do.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you guys reading?
Yeah, what are you reading right now?
Let us know.
How you feeling about it?
Mm-hmm.
Please let us know.
Please. And go check out our YouTube channel. We do personal check-ins every week. We review lots of books.
Mm-hmm.
We give you a weird discombobulated synopsis, kind of like the podcast, but short form.
Yeah. And if you want to watch the podcast and watch us like
flap around,
goofy and flap,
talk with our hands because we do that.
It's posted there as well.
Sure is. The entire freaking episode.
Hi, YouTube.
Thanks, YouTube friends. And you can also find us on TikTok and Instagram at Books and Crannies Podcast.
Yes.
And we do bookaways and weird content and all sorts of fun stuff on TikTok.
Yes, we ask for your suggestions.
Yes, for new and upcoming books. We got the book after Unravel Me from TikTok. So that one, I'm not going to tell you yet because I'm excited.
I know, I'm really excited about that one.
But I'm super stoked.
Yeah.
And guys, shoot, leave us a rating.
Yeah.
Likes, comments, follows. Please.
Ratings would be huge. Mm-hmm. We don't have a lot of ratings right now, so help a girls out.
Help a girls out. A couple of them. You touched me with your toes. Sorry I told you. But ahead of next week, guys, read freaking the Destroy Me novella and chapters 1 through 13 of Unravel Me.
Yes. And We'll see you next week.
We sure will.
Happy freaking reading.
Yes. Okay, goodbye.